Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 39, day 2 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. We are following Dr. Susan Laughn's book, Positive, Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you can buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. If you love positive affirmations or you love music therapy, if you love essential oils and aromatherapy, I think you're just going to really enjoy this book. The affirmation that we are concentrating on this week is I celebrate my successes. And as I'm hopping on, I want you to just maybe even just pause the, I guess you can't pause it because it's live, unless you're watching it on my YouTube channel. Anyway, but just take some time as I am talking to maybe get a piece of paper and write down some of your successes that you just had yesterday, or some of your major successes in life. Maybe you've had successes that you haven't celebrated yet. And it doesn't matter how long after the success the celebration comes. If we've had successes in our past that we haven't celebrated, let's get out. Let's celebrate them. Let's kind of honor the things that we've done. I think life is so much more fun when we recognize the good and when we celebrate our successes. The affirmation for today is I update my vision board and keep in motion. I love that. I was just talking to a person the other day, and I'm like, hey, don't forget to update your vision board. And they're like, I don't think I've ever made a vision board. So some people are more visual, some people are more auditory. And so let's do the things that help us the most. Let's do the things that help us the most to keep our goals in mind and intentional. So if you're more visual, definitely, and even if you're not, I think it's good to get things into our brain in multiple levels. So let's put our bucket list together, just our list of things that we want to do in life, just to make sure that we always have something that we're looking forward to. And let's put our vision board together. The things the people that we want to be in life, the qualities we want to develop, the things that we want to achieve in life. So it's always good to have something to look forward to. I remember I was taking this dating class, and they said to always keep 3 dates on the calendar. Because all relationships go through ups and downs, easy times and hard times. But if you always have 3 dates on the calendar, when you know you're going to reconnect, that gives you something to look forward to, it can help you get through the hard times. So let's keep something that we can look forward to on the calendar. And to me, that's what a bucket list is. To me, that's what a vision board is. It's not like goals aren't something to, goals aren't sticks to hit ourselves by. They're stars to guide our life by. And so just keeping something that we can look forward to on the books is always a good idea. The song for the entire week is Celebration by Kool and the Gang. The Celebrate Good Times. Come on, let's celebrate. Beautiful song, just reminding us that there are things every day to celebrate. And as we're celebrating our accomplishments, let's celebrate those around us. Let's praise the good that we see. Let's make sure we're doing little things to celebrate the good. The diffuser blend for the entire week is 2 drops of cinnamon, which is the oil of passion, and 2 drops of patchouli, which is the oil of presence, and just being present in the moment. And then 2 drops of basil, which is the oil of renewal. This is an amazing blend. Two parts of the blend, the cinnamon and the patchouli, to kind of help us meet our goals. And then the basil, the renewal, to help us have the energy to keep going in the face of obstacles or hardships. Anyway, keep it going. I think that there's a poem called Keep It Going. I might just have to pull that and read it to us tomorrow because I love the poem. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the emotional benefits of cinnamon essential oil. And then on Friday, we'll cover the physical benefits of cinnamon essential oil. The first thing that you need to know about cinnamon is that it was first mentioned in Chinese literature way back 2,700 years before Christ was born. Cinnamon was a highly coveted and traded spice and essential oil, and it was traded between China and India and Egypt. And each of those countries used it in some similar and different ways. It's grown in Asia. It's found in almost every single kitchen worldwide. You need to know, like, every culture loves and praises the gifts of cinnamon. You need to know that it comes from the bark. Now, I'm telling you that it comes from the bark because different parts of the plant are responsible for doing different things. And what they help with physically, they also help with emotionally. So when you think, what do leaves do for a plant? Well, leaves help it breathe. And what's the option, the kind of work, what's the work of a fruit? Well, that's the whole tree. If it's a tree that produces fruit, that's like their whole goal. So the tree is very, very goal minded, and the fruit is like the goal accomplishment. And so fruits can really help us accomplish goals. So like your lemon, lime, bergamot, grapefruit. Anyway, your leaf oils. Your fruit oils. Your flower oils are very, very calming. Just very calming. I want you to think lavender, rose, jasmine, neroli. Just beautiful, calming scents. And trees bring us back into balance. So remember I told you that cinnamon is made from the bark. Well, what do barks do? I almost wanted to just pause. Can you come up with what barks do? I'm sure you could if you had enough time to think. Or maybe you instantly know what bark does for plants. Well, what it does is it protects it. I want you to think of like the bark on a tree. It protects that tree. It's kind of like the skin of us. Our skin is like a barrier of protection. And that is what the bark for trees do. So essential oils that come from bark are super protective oils. And lastly, cinnamon is one of the most commonly mentioned essential oils in the Bible. So, back to the emotional benefits now of cinnamon oil. So, because of its bark, it's very protective. And I want you to think of that bark. It helps us to set boundaries, and it helps us to set proper boundaries. So, if you're one of those people that's kind of like a pushover in life, that you're always taking on more tasks than you feel like is fair, or if maybe you're the mom or the dad and your children are like, hey, can I do that? And you're like, no, you really shouldn't be doing that, but you just don't have like the backbone or the willpower or the whatever it is to say no, right? Maybe you're a little bit more, you tend to be more people pleasing instead of holding to your values. Anyway, if that tends to describe you, then cinnamon essential oil is going to be a beautiful oil to incorporate into your routines. Cinnamon can encourage us to be honest and vulnerable in relationships. Remember, it's a protective oil, and so it can help us feel safe and secure, so that we can be honest and open and vulnerable. So I almost hate to say can when I think about honesty, because we should be honest all the time. Like, honesty is always the best policy, but there's some people who struggle with it. And so helping those people feel a little bit more safe, a little bit more secure, helps them to really speak their truth more. And cinnamon can help with that, the feeling of safety. Um, it helps people feel safe and protected and secure enough to risk being truly known, which is so essential to any type of relationship or intimacy. Cinnamon essential oil can help us get over the fear of rejection. It can calm us down. It can make us feel safe. It can make us remember, or help us, not make us. It can help us remember that just because someone says no doesn't mean, we're going to go on living. If I asked someone to a prom and they said, usually it's the guy who asked, but if it was like a girl's dance and I asked someone to a dance and they said no, I'm going to go on living. If I applied for a job and the answer was like, no, you didn't get it, I'm going to go on living. Cinnamon reminds us, yes, we're going to have some setbacks and we're going to have some failures and we're going to have some rejections, and all of that is a-okay. We got this. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep living. We're not going to be diminished at all because of any of those. And cinnamon helps us to realize these things really don't hurt us. You know what? And maybe even these things even help us and make us stronger. Cinnamon can help us feel protected and remember we're okay. We don't need to be liked by everyone. There's this saying that you can, this is one of my favorite sayings, you can be the sweetest, juiciest peach, like this the most amazing peach, but there's still some people that don't like peaches. So everyone doesn't have to like us, right? We want to try to get along with everyone. We want to try to be kind and respectful and loving toward everyone, but everyone doesn't have to like us, and that's okay. Okay, cinnamon, it can help us feel secure and remind us we're going to be okay. Anyway, so it can help us get rid of over the fear of rejection. It can help calm jealousy and the need to control. And often jealousy and the need to control really does stem from that fear of rejection. Oh, so many good ways to get over the things that we struggle with. Cinnamon can help reignite passion. If we used to love something and we really don't, maybe life has hit us with a lot of hard things and we just feel like just kind of dead to the world. I don't know. It can help reignite that fire, that thankfulness to be alive, that fire to live our missions in life and to move to our goals, to help ourselves, to help the world. Cinnamon is so good. Remember how it's a secure and protective oil? It helps us embrace our unique attractiveness. So, I am beautiful and you are beautiful. And we are beautiful in such different ways. But we each have our own type of beauty. Everyone has their own type of beauty, and cinnamon essential oil can help us feel safe and secure with who we are. Now, grapefruit essential oil is super good for to help with if you've been body shamed, or maybe you're body shaming yourself right now. Grapefruit essential oil is great to work with that. But if you've been just ashamed of the way you look, and in this society, it's super easy to be ashamed of the way you look because looks are so praised in the media, and a certain look is praised too. So if you don't have that look, you might buy into the fact that the premise that there's only one certain look that's praiseworthy. Anyway, cinnamon essential oil, it's a protective oil, and I just almost want you to think of it as like a dad and a parenting oil that just that's just talking to their child, saying, you know what, you're amazing, you're beautiful, and let's own that. Let's buy into that. Let's brush off all these false doctrines that we are not beautiful. Let's embrace our own unique beauty. And cinnamon essential oil can really help us do that. Okay, cinnamon essential oil is great. Remember how I always said it reignited passions, and it made it so that we're not so afraid of failure? So cinnamon essential oil can be so good at overcoming barriers, overcoming obstacles, having major breakthroughs, because we don't fear the failure. We're going to know we're going to be just fine with the failure, with the rejection, with whatever comes in life. We're going to be fine, and we're going to keep moving, and we're going to get to where we want to get, and we're going to become who we want to become. So it can help us keep going. Sometimes if we feel fear of failure, we just want to do anything. And so it helps us to just keep going. Cinnamon essential oil. Anyway, when I was talking about helping us embrace our unique attractiveness, I'm so reminded of like middle school or junior high school, whatever you guys called it in your days, or high school, where so much of who we think about ourselves is very much influenced. And so it might be really good on days when people are going to school to just diffuse some cinnamon oil, maybe cinnamon and grapefruit essential oil, and maybe some frankincense. This would be a beautiful blend, a beautiful protective blend to be diffusing in the mornings before we're sending our children off to school. Now, I know with everything that's going on, we don't even know if we're going to be going to school or whether we're going to be doing school in our home right now. But again, if you're going into a place where that kind of makes you lose your confidence, diffusing that cinnamon in a blend would be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that happens to us as adults too. We often go into spaces where we maybe we don't feel as confident, and so a beautiful diffuser blend could be super great. So here are some great blends that you can choose from. If you want to feel more uplifted, you could diffuse it with any of the citrus oils: your lime, lemon, bergamot, wild orange, and cinnamon. Christmas time, it's a beautiful, strong, opening scent. If you want to feel a little bit more romantic and ignite some of the passion between relationships, you can blend it with any of the flower oils like ylang ylang or rose, neroli, or jasmine. Beautiful oils to help bring on the romance. And if you want to feel more protected, definitely do the cinnamon with the frankincense, the sandalwood, even vetiver, just beautiful protective oils. So those are the benefits, some of the emotional benefits of cinnamon essential oil. The negative emotions that it can help with is body shame or shame about your looks, being fearful, being controlling, being jealous. And the positive properties that it can bring in is body acceptance, attractiveness, feeling accepted, feeling good about your sexuality, and being able to be intimate with greater confidence and ease. Okay, so those are the emotional benefits of cinnamon essential oil, reminding you that the diffuser blend that we're diffusing this week is 2 drops of cinnamon, the oil of passion, 2 drops of patchouli, the oil of presence, and then 2 drops of basil, the oil of renewal. The song for the entire week is Celebration by Kool and the Gang. The affirmation for today is, I update my vision board and keep in motion. And the affirmation for the entire week is, I celebrate my success. Let's all be doing a little bit more to raise the fun in our lives and raise the positivity in our lives and celebrate more of our successes. This is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, reminding us all that we have the incredible power within us, with God, to make every day a great day. Bye-bye.